What is happening, everybody? Yeah, it's been a while. 2.5 years. I'm still out there. I'm still detecting. Let's talk about that. So, yeah, 2.5 years. And I never intended to go that long without putting out a video. Um, I still see the comments that get posted on my channel, and one of the biggest comments lately has been that folks miss my channel, and to be honest, I do too. I've spent thousands of hours out metal detecting and hundreds of hours editing videos, and it's a lot of work, and it's something I love to make my channel what it was. So with that, it's November 10th, 2021. Unfortunately, due to a stress fracture in my foot, I'm just getting my fall season started. It's been the end of September since I've been able to do anything. But I've got a couple permissions lined up. We're going to do those. And on top of that, I've got some videos stacked up. So let's talk about that. 2019 was pretty much a complete bust. You saw my last video, which was the Fujio video. And then by, I would say, Memorial Weekend, I pretty much stopped metal detecting. It was getting warm out. I had a lot of work to do on the house in 2019, and that was my season. I probably went out for a couple hunts in the fall of 2019, but I never dug anything. 2020 didn't work out so hot. I got out in the spring of 2020, and I only had one productive hunt, and I know I gave that footage to Charlie, and I never wound up editing it for my channel because I didn't have anything else to follow up behind it. But we're going to take a look at that video first, after this video obviously. And 2020 was the year of COVID. I didn't get any permissions, obviously didn't even try. Cellar holes were whipped, and that was it. 2020 did not produce any other videos for me. It was very unproductive. 2021, on the other hand, is doing a little better. I started out with some permissions here in town, 2 colonial sites. Unfortunately, one had been metal detected to death. I almost skunked out on that. I think I got a dog tag from the 20s. And the other permission I got, unfortunately, so much fill had been put in there, it was dead quiet. There was nothing to find. Once I got past those 2 failed permissions, winter was pretty much cleared up. I started poking around in some cellar holes. I had found one that was farther away from any road that I had found yet in this area, and I had high hopes for it, and I've been kind of saving it up for a rainy day. So off I went to it, and I got a shocker out of the ground very close to the cellar hole. The place had been pretty whipped. It was real quiet, but they missed a really deep target, and then I found a nice companion to that find. That's a good video. I'm looking forward to getting that one up. I did a return trip to that hole right before summer hit, but the ferns were pretty bad. I couldn't get everywhere I wanted, but I still got some finds out of there, and we'll look at that in another video. And then in between those 2, we'll take a look at another site that I found that was off of a hiking trail, but it was an old colonial cart path that's almost completely vanished at the head of it. You can't really tell where it starts, and it's grown in really badly, but there was 2 nice sites off of that path. That wound up being more of an exploratory video since they were whipped to death, but I thought it was still good to cover, and we'll take a look at that in another video. And then hopefully on top of that, I can find these permissions here in town I got for the fall. We'll produce something good, and we can get some videos on the back of that. And I don't want this video to be too long. This is just a quick hello, and let's get back into some digging videos. I have made a couple changes to my gear since my last video, since it's been 2.5 years. I wound up getting a 511 Rush 12 backpack. We won't take a look at that. We'll see that probably in a video. But this is my newest piece of gear. I wound up switching up my metal detector and my Sennheiser wireless headphones. I got sick of the headphones, and I'm gone to a wireless earbud setup. So let's flip this thing around, take a look at what I got. All right, and here is the new to me anyway, machine. And this one's got an interesting history, actually. So I was running the White's MXT, the Tracker series, just the base MXT, 10-inch D2 coil. That's still around. I'm never getting rid of that machine. But when I was up digging with Stealth Diggers back in June, Digger Dame surprised me with this. He's been running a Garrett, and then now they're running the Fishers. So I had to send it out for repair, but this machine was actually won by him on the Silver Slingers giveaway when they gave away this machine years ago. So that's pretty interesting. It's made its rounds through the detecting community, is now in my hands. I had to send it out to Centerville Electronics for 300 bucks, but that's the best 300 bucks I've spent. That's a great deal for a White's MXT All Pro, and it also had the 10-inch D2 coil. That's a hell of a bargain. So you will see this machine in my future videos. And here's what I've replaced my Sennheiser wireless setup with, is this Bluetooth APX low latency setup. The transmitter is much smaller. I don't have to mount it externally. It's a tiny little bugger, and it's literally attached right to the box with Velcro. Headphones, I actually had the wireless earbuds, but I don't like the way they had the tap controls on them. So I switched them out for the wired earbuds, and these are an all-sport type of setup. I can sweat in them and do everything else and don't have to worry about wrecking them. But the inline volume control is far easier to work with. It's much quicker to pair, and it's much easier to control the volume with than trying to tippity-tappity tap on those little wireless buds. And this is amazing. I've already been out and tested these in the field for a hunt, and I love it. This is what I needed, and the technology's there. If you're considering doing this, I think it cost me about 120 bucks total. I think these were around 60 or 70, and the transmitter was about the same price. So that's where I'm going to cut this video off. I appreciate you guys sticking with the channel. I've got a few good videos coming up. I got a couple hunts lined up, and I hope to put a couple more videos on top of these videos. So thanks again, guys, for sticking with me, and I will see you soon with a digging video.